Hey y'all, it's your girl Sia, and I'm back with another video. I hope y'all can hear me over the AC. Today's a very cool day. It's a nice day, so normally I would just drop the top and maybe do like some AC and my windows rolled up. But so that y'all can hear me, I'll turn the AC down and keep the window down or closed. Um, so I wanted to talk about this because I think that God be testing me. Like, God is really testing me on my self love skills, man. And here's the deal, it's so easy to get caught up in somebody else's reality, especially when you're pulled away from your own when you're with that individual. Um, in this case, it was no big deal because, again, as long as I'm happy, we good, right? But the moment I become unhappy, and I know for a lot of folks this is like cliche or whatever, but the last thing I need to be focused on and or worried about or concerned about is a relationship. That's just what it is. So if you're making as a man and I'm dating a man, if he does things that allows me to not feel secure or like maybe I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna stay in that situation. I think that it's very important for women to understand that that's not a situation you want to be in. To me, he's not the prize. You pursued me for a reason, right? So the moment you take off that gas pedal, I'm questioning, as I have every right to do. Okay? So for me personally, and I'm so subtle about it because a lot of people don't understand about me that if quiet, I'm quiet because I'm unsure. I'm still learning you, and I'm waiting on you to show me things that allow me to make up my mind about you. Okay? So if I'm around you for 3, 4, 5, 6 months and you feel like I haven't opened up yet, that's because you haven't really earned it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there are people in my life who were strong enough to earn that spot. I don't feel like I have to open up to folks who haven't proven themselves to me in terms of what they are to me or what I mean to them, right? So here's the deal. This individual, I didn't tell you guys this part, but I wanted to tell you guys because it just goes to show how self absorbed people are, really. This man, because I didn't go spend time with him at last minute at 7:23 at night, okay, he felt that it was necessary to send me a reel about a woman talking about how when she's in a different place in her life, and she begins to attract a certain kind of male, she has to decide and or like try not to live with the mindset of the past, but live with the mindset of the new her or some crap like that, right? And how fear and self sabotage, I think, come in the way or some bullshit like that. Fear and something else, she said. And I'm thinking to myself, the audacity of a man who knows nothing about me to send some bullshit like that to me. Like, they think that they can come into a woman's life who's already put together. And again, if you're looking at me from the position of, oh, well, you drive a Kia, right? Oh, well, it's not, I don't need the added pressure from somebody I don't know is going to be here in the next 5 years to level up as much as I need someone. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to go as slow as these cars will let me go. To genuinely appreciate who I am as a woman, as a person. Because the reality of it is, a woman like me, you ain't going to get too often. You don't find too often. I already know this. So for any man to think that it's appropriate to try to make it seem like I'm lesser than now that you have me, right? Not acceptable. Not acceptable. So the fact that I was questioning myself and starting to feel like maybe I'm not good enough, problem number one. No man should ever make a woman feel like that. If you don't want her, if she's not the kind of woman that you want, then don't date her. It's that simple. But then the audacity and the nerve to have to ask me about or to send me a reel about what this man thought and who he thought, like, you don't know me well enough to even be sending me some shit like that. That's just the truth. You don't know if you're not asking questions and you're not trying to get to know me, you don't know what's going on. That's just the truth. You don't know what I'm thinking. You can speculate all you want, but speculation ain't truth. It just is what it is. So I just wanted to share that. I just be, it's very interesting. I think people, I swear to God, I really think people think I'm a woman that you could just, because I'm so quiet, right? I'm not going to really have a conversation with you about my needs, my wants. I don't feel like I should have to do all that. Because if you're a genuine person, I shouldn't have to do all that. It just is what it is. You should already know right from wrong, how to treat somebody. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And another thing this man does, let me tell y'all something else. This man will try to tell me, so what he did when we first started dating, which was probably the biggest red flag, like the first major red flag, tell me what he thought made me feel special. He would do things that, in my opinion, felt very rehearsed, like you did this before. And as a woman, I don't want to feel like you're just going through the motions, like you're just doing X, Y, and Z to get to where you want to go. Like, I want to feel like this is something that you really want to do, not that it's like a chore that you have to do in order to try to get what you want. That's how it felt. But in my mind, I'm like, nah, maybe you tripping, because that's what women do. We always try to reason with ourselves. Maybe it's you. But I've been alone for a while now. And I've been alone long enough to know that I'm I'm happy and think when I know when things are weighing on me. When some is too much and I ain't really trying to deal with it. Like, it's too much. So this, I feel like, it's been too much. Like, I consider my daughter, that's been a lot too, me having my kiddo. But for me, I think what's been the toughest is the fact that I got someone else on my hands that deep down I know I really shouldn't be having on my hands at all. They don't belong to me. So as a woman, I'm proud of myself. I mean, I leave quietly, so it may seem like I'm ghosting, but the reality of it is, if you're not fucking asking questions as a man, I'm not gonna argue with you. Especially if you're the kind of man that I don't want women to argue. Well, then I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna just show you then. How about that? And that doesn't necessarily feel good, but if that's the conversation that you talking, then I can definitely show up, trust and believe. So men in their egos, bro. Like, the dude is 50 something. I mean, no, he's not. He's like 47, about to be 50. Much older than me. He gonna talk to me about some Kevin Samuels bullshit, right? And then I was like, well, I don't really see that because, again, as a woman, men don't approach me in that manner, right? Men don't really talk to me in that manner. So I don't see what Kevin Samuels is seeing, but I also know that a lot of his rhetoric are things that I've been taught as a woman. So he goes on, he starts talking to me about Kevin Samuels. I'm like, bro, I told myself I would never date a man that follows Kevin Samuels or listens to Kevin Samuels' rhetoric, because I also know where that rhetoric comes from, right? And he was like, well, you don't fit in that category. Well, why the fuck are you talking to me the way you talking? Like, why are we even having this conversation? You too old to be having this conversation. This is a 47-year-old male that can't seem to get it right. That already had 3 grown kids. That got 3 baby mamas, or maybe 2. I could be wrong. I think it's 3. With ex fiance on the side. That tells me that you don't know how to keep a girl. You don't know how to keep a relationship. You can have all the nice things you want, but at the end of the day, you don't know how to keep a woman. So as a woman, when I'm doing my research, I don't need to let the man know that I know. I don't know. He don't need to know that I know shit. This man thought I was oblivious to shit until I guess I didn't show up on Friday or whatever. But you ain't got to threaten me. The moment you tell me, oh, good night, have a good night, you a grown-ass man acting like that. Oh, okay. So, as a woman, it sucks because, like, you want a relationship. I want a compatible relationship. But in a relationship where I have just as much room to express myself as the male. I don't want it to be one-sided where the man is talking, the man is dictating, the man, and I'm just put into a box somewhere on the shelf trying to appease a man that don't value me. So, I don't have to, as a grown woman, I've learned a long time ago that I don't have to try to demonstrate my worth or my value or argue with a man or fight with anyone about what I know I am. I don't have to do that. I feel like as a grown adult, you either show up as I expect you to show up or you don't show up at all. And I'm going to tell you something now. This individual dated a white girl prior to me, and I'm going to tell you now, white women and black women do not date the same. We have never dated the same. Black women are trying to date the same as the races, and that ain't really working out for us the way that we expected to. I'm a woman that appeals to all races. So the reality of the circumstance is I'm not about to put myself in a box for a man that is never going to make me happy, never going to satisfy me, always going to be about himself. How a man shows up in the beginning of a relationship is how he shows up at the end. And as a woman, it's your job to detect it. It's not my job to call it out necessarily because, hey, if it works for the next girl, cool. But I don't get hung up on what you got. I don't get hung up on the kind of money coming in and out your pocket. I could care less. I care about how you treat me, how you perceive me, if you value me or not, right? That matters to me. Because if I'm going to be doing this with you long term, there's got to be a benefit in it for me, not just me catering to you, and you doing what you had to do at the beginning, but now all of a sudden you slipping, and I'm supposed to, no, I'm not putting myself in no jacked up situation. Like I told this man, I believe in a prenup. He had the audacity. Well, do you believe in a prenup? Yes, the fuck I do, because I know that in 10 years from now, I'm worth 10 times more than you are today. You damn right I'm for a prenup all the fucking way. I'm silent, but I'm no fool. I'm pretty, but I'm no fool. I'm not stupid. I know what types of people I'm dealing with. But what I've told myself is I will always entertain what appears like what I want. I will entertain it. But if you ain't what I want, there's no amount of words that can ever dictate or show me that you're somebody else, because your actions will always tell me who you are. Always. Maybe once, okay, maybe I read it wrong. Maybe twice, maybe I read it wrong. But 3 times, nah, that's who you are. So there were a lot of things. And like I said, to this man, in his mind, it probably, oh, it was nothing. We were just dating and, she started tripping out of nowhere. Okay. And if my tripping means getting out of Dodge, dodging a bullet, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. you know? Oh, I don't know, man, she ghosted me. You're a grown ass nigga. You older than me, and you don't even know how to act in a relationship. In a partnership. This ain't a relationship. It's a partnership. But I would think that any man who's trying to build with me understands that it's about me too, sir. Not just you, homie. I don't want to hear about your life, you, right? I want to hear about some of me too, because I'm that selfish too. Like, let's keep it a buck, right? I think as people, I should be able to show a pole. I should not have to diminish myself, my thoughts, my opinions for the sake of a man. Like, you should be able to show up in a partnership, and we should be able to discuss ideas together. We should be able to enjoy one another's reality together. Not just me trying to pretend like I solely enjoy your reality, and you not even trying to understand mine or get to know mine. It just, that's not how life works, man. It's not how it works. So I think that I want a team player. I don't want a man that's all about him. Like, I'm not here to be all about a man. Like, no. And I could see why certain situations happened in his past, because I'm pretty sure there were women who were trying to live up to this standard that he created in his mind he wants of a woman. And it's like, I'm not here to play those games, sir. You were either happy with me. If you more concerned about my potential than who I am today, then to me, that's a problem. Because I ain't really concerned about your potential. I'm showing up for who you are today. So in making that decision, like I said, I don't like, y'all, I'm ruthless at this game. I don't really get caught up in emotions, especially if I don't know my emotions are safe. If I don't know that I can place them somewhere, it don't serve me no purpose to be all up in my emotions about shit. What I do know is, as a woman, I have the obligation to make a decision. I don't care how pretty it looks. I don't care about what's wrapped up in a package and what's said. Word salad. I don't do word salad. I do actions only. That's it. Ain't no talking. As a man, you grown, you pursuing me, you know right from wrong. You know what it's like to be interested in a woman, and you know when you wasting a woman's time and when you playing games and not serious about her. And as that woman who understands that, I also know that I have zero obligation to that man. I don't owe him not a goddamn thing, because for what? So I had to pull my cards out on this one. I had to be a little ruthless, but I didn't have to do it being ghetto, being loud, acting crazy. I'm just distancing myself. When he says good morning, I still say good morning. Like, I'm not being like a bee. But in terms of having access to me the way that he had access to me, no, 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 no. That's cut back. Until you can show up and be the person that I know I deserve, I don't need to really be in communication with you. So that's where I'm at, y'all. I'm about to go in here, grab me some food, because that's why I left. I'm hungry. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, because in my opinion, I'm cutthroat, right? I get some women are more lenient and some women will allow X, Y, and Z. Fine. Cool. But I know myself, and I know that once you put me in a box, I'm unhappy. It doesn't matter what kind of box. You put me in a box, I'm unhappy. So the moment you shut me out, the moment you make it seem like your life is so much more relevant than mine, it is what it is. So I'm about to go into this Qdoba, y'all. I'm hungry, but I hope y'all have a wonderful day. With that being said, I'm out.